Hello everyone, myself Vaibhav Tumbre and today's date is 21st August. Today's my topic is technical, so that is OOPS. OOPS are object-oriented programming that are a paradigm that uses objects, instances of classes that are to structure software. It emphasizes the modularity, reusability, and abstraction. Java is a pure object-oriented language, which means everything in Java is treated as an object, and it supports OOP principle extensively. Uh, in the OOPs, there are main five types of OOPs. There are class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. So class is the blueprint in which class are is a class are a physical not a physical entity, it is a logical entity. Object are physical and logical entity. The object are anything that can be a table, a fan, a pen. That means which have behavior and it's a logical and physical entity in present. That means such we take an example of a motor. In a motor vehicle, there are many types that can have be its type just Maruti, Suzuki, Innova. That's are then object. And take another example, such a dog. Dog is also an object in which it's have a behavior. Rather than let's go to the next point, that is the encapsulation. Encapsulation, that is the bundle of data and fields and the method that operate on the data into a single unit or a class. It restricts direct access to some of the object's components, which can prevent accidental interface and misuses. In that encapsulation, we use some fields and methods that are coming private fields. Fields are typically marked private to hide their values. In the method, we add some public method that can provide access to the fields through getter and setter methods that gives us a strong security. And in that public method, we access the fields in that another class by using it. The next point is inheritance. Inheritance allows a new class, in that means a subclass or child class, to the inherit fields and method from existing classes, superclass or parent class. It promotes the core reusability and establishes a natural hierarchy between the classes. In the inheritance, there are parent and child's relation, in which the child can take the advantage of the parent class also. The inheritance follows the either relationship. That in the inheritance, we can inherit the class by using extend keyword. Let's see the example of inheritance. There are first we can see the types of inheritance. There are five types in the single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. Let's see the example of inheritance. In the one class, we can add one method, and in the second class, we add another method. When we use the extend keywords to the another class, we can take the first class value method by creating objects. Let's see the another types, that is polymorphism. Polymorphism, that means the poly means many and morphism means the forms. In that, polymorphism allows the method to different things based on the object that is acting upon, even if they share the same name. It is achieved through method overloading and method overriding. In the method overloading, we can that have same class and method by using the same name. In the method overloading, multiple method within the same name but different parameters. A specific implementation of a method that is already defined in its superclass. Dynamic method dispatch. The method to be executed is determined at runtime based on the object actual class. The second point is abstraction. Abstraction involves hiding the complex implementation details and showing only necessary feature of an object. It helps in reducing complexity and allows focusing on interaction at the high level. In abstraction, let's see the its example. We can consider a mobile that's allow us some feature that user can do in the playing games. The user can also sing seeing a video and see doing many tasks in the in that mobile phone. So in the abstraction that can be defined by